people that I was meeting at that time. And it was kind of like reflecting on my life that obviously I am not going to meet good people because of the type of spaces that I put myself in. It's just like, this actually sucks. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know you have not seen me in like years and years and years, but I am finally back. You guys have been asking me to come back. You know, I'm making it seem like it's a lot of you, but it's actually literally just a handful of you. But I am back, you know, and I wanted to come back the right way, and this is me doing it the right way. This is my life updates, telling you everything of why I left and what I've been doing all this time and where I am, because as you guys know, I am a CPT girly. I am in the Cape Town streets. I am a full resident of Cape Town now. I am a Cape Townian. Please, I need to put that in my bio. But yeah, guys, I'm living my life here. I'm happy, but before we get into that, I need to let you guys know and see how I do this beautiful face. And yeah, thank you guys. So obviously I am starting with my hydrating, my hydrating rose glow. I'm gonna start with it, and obviously I will just let you guys know what products I'm using while I talk to you guys about what's been happening in my life, you know. So fast, like back, let's go back to like 3 years ago. I went missing 3 years ago, guys. I know. What was 3 years ago? Now it's 2024. 2021? No, wait. 2022? No. 2023, 2022, 2021. 2021, okay. This was when I went missing in 2021. So, like, actually, guys, I won't lie to you. I've been going through the most for like the longest time, for like the past 3 years, actually. Before now, like, things are currently coming in full circle for me. And you know, I am here in Cape Town, like, you know, living my life, working at, you know, like one of the biggest companies as a creative, you know, and it's something that I've been wanting to do because obviously I paused my studies with housing, you know, because I wasn't really feeling it. To continue, you know, to grow and to be in that industry. So I was just like, even during that time, actually, school is one. School was just like not it for me. I hardly even went to campus. I mean, that is like, I blame myself for that as well. Because I mean, we can't blame other things other than what you were just not being a good student, you know, and I don't think I was a good student at that time. So obviously things just like started crumbling because obviously you guys know that I didn't get into what I wanted to do originally, which was architecture. So everything else was just like, I'm doing it because I need to study and I just want to get my life going because I can't sit and do nothing. So obviously even around that time, like a lot has happened to my life. Like I got into like weird habits. I got into weird friendships that were not for me even that time. It was kind of like a time where I was literally like doing everything that was just not meant for me, doing everything that was not intended for me by God. And I literally saw everything unfold and that it was not meant for me because of how everything was just super chaotic at that time. and it was just like one of like the worst years of my life, these like past 2 3 years. And I got into like partying. I was partying a lot. I was going out a lot. And like it didn't feel right. Like I think like after some time, like I looked within myself and I was just like, this actually sucks. Like this is not what I want for myself. This is, sorry, I'm just letting my brows dry. As you can see, I'm just letting them dry. I'm just trying to fast forward the process because I will end up not knowing what to speak about while these brows are still drying, you know? So I'm using this Essence Long Lasting pencil, this pencil here for my brows. So yeah, starting with brows. So yeah, it was just like a, yeah, and I became friends with like older people, and obviously they were in a kind of a space of like they were going out a lot, so I kind of went out with them, followed them, and it was like it wasn't even my space, like, and during that time, like I lost a lot of people that I thought like were for me. And I like after that, I felt like even with so many things happening and with so many people around me, I was so lonely because like everything was just like a red flag at that point. Like even the friendships, but I was silent. And I think I have always been like, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I feel like I have always been like a good person and a good friend to like anyone who has, crossed paths with me. But for me, I'm just the type of person like if you don't hold your side and don't hold your end of the friendship, then like I usually all I do is literally like I exit quietly. Like I exit quietly. Like I won't even, maybe people might say that it's toxic. People might say that's like a bad way to like kind of deal with things. But for me, it's like I think I've given you so many chances to like do the right thing because I keep quiet most of the time, and then I give you so many chances to do the right thing and then you just choose not to, then what is left for me to say? It's literally like that a video that I saw the other day that was like how many times or how many times do you drink poison before you die? And literally that was that for me, basically, because I'm not going to keep putting myself in like heartbreaking situations just for people to do the same thing over and over again to me. And that was the common trend with people that I was meeting at that time. And it was kind of like reflecting on my life that obviously I am not going to meet good people because of the type of spaces that I put myself in. And obviously, those spaces are izindawo zobumnyama, dark places. The club is a dark place. I don't know who sold you guys that it's a okay place. I'm not hating on the club. Like I would still go to the club. Like even now, like like it's nice, but doing it constantly with those people who also were older than me at that time, and people who actually were very selfish, people who cared about themselves more than, like that's okay caring about yourself, but there's a certain line that I was just like very unhappy about, that the way they did it, it was just like they were selfish, no consideration to like a lot of people. And I mean, I don't blame them, I don't hate them, because I was not meant to be there. God did not want me to be there. Hence why there was just so much chaos. Hence why those situations did not work for me. And and obviously when you're in that space, you obviously meet people who want to chase a certain life, people who want to do certain things. And I don't know, I've always been saved, by that, to not always chase things and to not always end up in the wrong places at the wrong time type of thing, at the right time. I don't know what the saying is, but yeah. And I don't know what God, like, his intention was, but literally stopped me in my tracks, or stopped those friendships, or hindered those friendships to end a certain way before I'd get into that, because they'd eventually go into that life, and that was just the crux of it. So, and honestly, guys, I don't know if I'm the only one. I'm not trying to make myself seem like the holy person or the better person amongst whoever I've crossed paths with, um, and obviously social media has played a huge, 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 incredibly huge role on how we live our daily lives, and how we pick our suitors, because we'd rather kind of, settle for less emotionally with people, settle for less with, how people consider you. We settle for less for genuine things, just for a certain way of living. We'd rather have that lifestyle. We'd rather have that money outside of, actually forming genuine friendships, forming genuine, like, intimate relationships with partners, etc. And like that life has been on for years. It's been around us for many years. So it's not like we're the first ones to get into it. We're the first ones to, strive to want it, etc. And at the end of the day, it won't matter. And I think that's one of the things those things I have grown up around, to have that sense of, I'm not going to compromise on what relationships I form, just because of there's a certain standard that I'd like people to perceive. There's a certain standard that I'd like to, be better than my peers, or seem better, because there's these tangible things and, things around me that I can have. And for some time, I fooled myself. I fooled my morals, I fooled, like, my integrity, and went against what I have been taught. Oh, by the way, this is the Lancome. I don't know why you can't see it. Lancome foundation. And I went against that, and I fooled myself thinking, but it's not even like anything distinct happened for me to, like, actually snap back to reality. But obviously that common trend of, like, being really good with people, and then, like, somehow, someway, like, my spirit just doesn't allow me being with you, or, like, there's a common trend of, like, having to be around you, and then I just end up not being okay. But nothing really specific happened for me to, like, actually rethink my life and, think about it to the point where I was just like, actually, I need to settle down. Like, I need to walk, because I also did not like who I was being perceived as well. As much as people say, no, I don't care about what people say, I don't care about this and this. But at the end of the day, like, how people view you is also pretty important for yourself as well. So I just had to take a break in that. I had to stop fooling around. I had to stop, all of that. So that was like one of the main reasons why I was just, like, super unhappy. And also, when you're around those people, like, it drains you, like, it takes away from your craft. Like, obviously, I will not have time for YouTube. Like I'll have to like, because probably like you're tired, you're because you are going out and this, and you stop focusing on your craft and what you actually love doing. And that was literally me. And obviously, like I value like relationships a lot, and I value who I give my time to, and everything. I'm glad God gave me that, that always yearning for that type of connection from people, always yearning for that certain level of appreciativeness and not taking each other for granted. Like the story goes on. So that's what I was like kind of missing from the people around me at that time. And I'm glad one way or another, they did show me that they were not meant for me. So obviously that's where my thing was. Obviously school was another thing, and my parents were kind of like on my back, as they should, obviously, with school and everything. And I was just like, this is actually not what I want. And if I could, try do my maths again in matric, and thingy, try get into that, and like so I can be able to do my actual like loved craft more. But obviously that didn't go through, because obviously being busy with that lifestyle and. And honestly, guys, I've never cried that much ever in my life the way I cried during those 2 years. Last year was like last year was my year, like not my year in a sense of like I did everything that I wanted to do and reach goals. But for me, it was just like last year kind of centered me a lot, because because of circumstances as well, and because of God taking me out of certain situations with certain people, and me choosing to be somewhere. It was like I was by myself a lot. Like I was by myself a lot last year, and I got to know myself. I got to like go back and heal from so much that was, going on, and, like kind of ground myself back to who anime is and who anime used to be, and who anime is growing to be, who anime sees herself as in the future. And that was, a lonely year. Last year was so lonely. Like thinking about that was just, but it was like when obviously that part of my life started, I just felt alone. Like I just felt like no one was there. I just felt like no one really like understood me, and no one really kind of got me or no one actually, not even about getting me. I just think no one was in the position to offer me what I really needed from whoever was close to me at that time. No one, some people would be there and then decide not to be there. Or obviously, and I understand people have their things going on in their lives, and and I should understand that, and I do understand that, but their inconsistency made me feel very lonely, and I just didn't feel like that I was loved, I was appreciated. I just felt like I was really, really taken for granted. And people who know me and my story, like people will not people, because not a lot of people know me, not know, yes, know me, or what was I going through, etc. So, like, at that time, everything was just lonely, everything was silence, and I kind of got to be be with myself, sit with myself, because I had no other option. I had no other option other than sitting with myself and, enjoying my own company and crying it all out, and, the ugly side of life. And as a young woman in their early 20s, because you guys know that I am 21, turning 22 this year, 2024. So I am in shambles during this time. I am going through the most during this time as a young woman who didn't understand anything, who thought she knew everything, and who thought she can, live life a certain way without consequences to the soul, to yourself emotionally. So that was that with me in my life. And, you know, like last year was a lot of tears, like a lot of tears, a lot of tears, a lot of tears, I won't lie. But a lot of good came out of last year because, you know, um, I got to work with my favorite brand again, Nivea. I got to solidify like who I am as a person and solidify my relationship with, or where I want to stand with God at that time, and what I'm picking and what I'm prioritizing over other things, when what is important to, I kind of understand what is important to me, and where did I go wrong, and how I did certain things, etc., etc. So that was that. And I also got to solidify, like, my current relationship that I'm in. And, it wasn't easy, but, I'm at a point now where I'm happy. And, engaging with humans is something that, we kind of take lightly, but especially when you want to spend a lot of time with the person and you want to grow with them, etc. There's a lot of things that you establish, that so many steps that you miss going forward with that. So for me, that was like that year for me to kind of like, sit and be with, the people who actually care about me, the people who actually want to see me win, and people who are actually motivating me to do certain things and to cross so many bridges for me to get there, etc. So then, and if I was still doing these things of the darkness, this club life, this hood rat life, guys, and it's literally hood ratty, especially if you are consistent, if you are known by the bouncers, if you are waved at by so and so people, that is hood rat life. If I was still in that cycle, that people will not leave even till this day, and I even met them there, and I'm leaving them there, red flag, guys, red flag. Just joking, guys. You can lead your life the way you want it to be, as long as you are happy, as long as you are good, as long as, like, your mental health is great. For me, I just found that when I went about that specific life and did certain things, it went against what God intended for me, and it went against who I am emotionally, because like I'm such a sensitive person. Like my soul, I don't know, everything is just like super sensitive of me. So being in spaces like that consistently, not like that I'll say I'm never gonna, but consistently, like literally trained me bit by bit, and the people who I was around all the time, like those people that I used to call my friends, also drained me bit by bit. So I could not be at my best potential. So now I'm going to put blush and highlighter. So I could not be my best. I could not at all. So, and if I was still, leading that life, I don't think I would be where I wanted to be. I would have been able to apply for what I'm doing now. I probably would have missed it. I probably would have never seen it. So I don't know, like I just think I didn't even need to look for it. I need to like go find, and that's when I knew that this, was meant for me. And even better, like being in Cape Town, like I just needed the change of scenery. I needed a new city, I needed to be in, here. So God literally brought that to me. And guys, I knew I was meant to be here because I don't know, it just felt right. And like also when I knew that I was meant to do this was like my parents agreeing, or my parents like being happy for me. Like that was that for me. Like my parents being happy for me to be here doing this, like that was just like it solidified that for me, like this journey that I needed to go. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot of highlighter there. It solidified, So I'm using this Maybelline Super Stay Powder for my eyes. And it was just the perfect thing, perfect opportunity. Because also I did not know what to do this year. Like I just didn't know if I should apply to like a private institution to be able to do my architecture, or like I was just still undecided. And this came like when did this come? Just before, like it was around October or something. So yeah, it was just so perfect, and that was that for me. And I was just super happy, super overjoyed. Like, guys, it didn't even take that long for me to be like, or for me to like be like, hey, congratulations, you have been accepted, like, yeah, and yeah, guys, I don't know like what to say anymore because I'm just so happy right now. Obviously, I still have a lot of growing to do. I am a young girl, living in Cape Town, trying new things, exploring, getting to know herself better. And, this is the perfect way to do so, to be able to establish myself in the industry that I want to work in long term, and as well as just like being in my 20s and having fun. And what other city is best for that? It is here. It is Cape Town. It's Cape Town. So now I'm just gonna put on my mascara. So this is my minimal face, guys. This is my everyday face to work, and and I love, 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 love my family. Like this routine that I do every day for work. It's the best thing, and I do it in like 15 minutes on a normal day. So I just wanted to show you that, guys. Yeah, but now I'm at theatrics of cut Chris, of baking, blending. All of that will be for other videos, just not this one. This is just lifing, my life updates. So, I'm just so happy I have my like very own apartment, not too far from where I work. It's like a 10-minute, but obviously the traffic here is a lot. But I met the most amazing people. And wow, God knew like exactly what he was doing, because I have met the most amazing people where I am, and the people that I work with and stuff. But like, God really picked out certain people, for me. And literally, like, I don't know, it's healing me that like how these people don't even know me that much, but they still choose, to be kind, to be, kind of loving towards me. And the thoughtfulness that comes from them on a daily, and it literally once, like, I really want to cry, like, when I speak about that. Like, look, I literally want to cry because, guys, am I crying? Do I want to cry? Like, this is crazy. But like, I've been so like, fuck, I'm literally gonna cry. Okay, I need to calm down. Guys, I'm so emotional, sorry. Like, this is gonna ruin my makeup. Oh my god, the tear is falling. Okay, guys, sorry. I'm okay now. um, I had to gather myself really quickly, and I just decided to just finish off my face. So obviously, I just put liner, lip gloss, and yeah, that's the other stuff that I did. But yeah, guys, like, I'm just genuinely like so happy, and I'm so grateful that I got to meet people like, the people that I currently have in my life. And I am just so, 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 so grateful to be able to be here, to be able to have a place to stay, to be able to, be working here, and, upping myself, developing myself, and just being a better version of myself and in my craft, and just everything was like sort of like this year, my 2024, God said, this is my plan for you. Because, obviously there are stresses that you have, there are things that you need to like, get over, but everything like feels so right, and it feels like it was already planned for me to just fit myself in. Like, I don't need to struggle, because also like my mom has been the best person during this time. And I cannot thank her enough for being here, even through my faults, my ups and my downs. She's always been there, and I'm very grateful for her. Also very grateful for my partner, like, even when he was like, he was like to me, I deserve all of this. And it kind of like made me feel good, because he's always been happy that I've been here. It's obviously seen me being in like the shucks of things, and he's always wanted me to strive for more and for the better. So, I'm just like grateful for him as well. But yeah, guys, like, I am just a girl living in Cape Town, and just exploring, living my life, being in my 20s, in my working girl era, and just being me and doing better and a different version of myself. And I'm so excited of the woman that I am continuously becoming and refining myself to be better, and thank you, God, that I am here. Thank you to him, most of all, for, just making a way for all of like, or everything that I have wanted for myself, or haven't even like understood that I wanted for myself at a specific time. But I see his ways, I see his works, and I'm so grateful, that this is me. This is me, guys, and I'm so happy. Yeah, and that is it. That is it. Thank you, guys, for coming back to watch me again. I'm happy to be back on the YouTube streets. I'm happy to be, visible on your screens again, and I will not ever, ever, ever again disappoint you guys. I will continuously, be consistent, because that is one of my goals this year, is being consistent in my craft, and being consistent in things that I love. So you will be seeing me more often. So yeah, guys, thank you very much. Love you. Bye.